Okay, welcome back. If we've been together, and if not, welcome, because there's still a lot of meat left on the bone. Osun Politics 2026 and a governorship election. Our guest this time, he's very well known in the House. In fact, you probably know him around in the evening time, but when he's serious as well, he can come up here even in the morning time. Talking about Majid Jamiu, Executive Director, Upshot Media. When I see him, I often feel like saying Honorable Majid Jamiu.
No, I've dropped that one. I'm now a journalist and a public affairs analyst.
Indeed. Okay, I have taken due note of that. Yes, but sir, the knowledge is still there.
No, it's there.
It's still there.
It's there.
Let me, your overview, because now APC has its own candidate, has its candidate in the Osun election. Well, I don't know. Accord.
There are 4 major parties.
I was going to say Accord is in there. Please.
2 from Accord, actually.
Indeed, 2. Well, purporting to be 2.
Yeah.
But
Annex is
only 1. Oh.
Yes. For Osun election, I think the Oracle is being consulted on an early basis because it keeps unfolding. Osun is going to be very, very interesting in 2026. Very, very interesting. As we speak today, the state of play, there are 4 major contenders.
Okay.
APC, PDP, Accord Party, and ADC. So, Osun.
But those only of these, only APC and Accord.
No, all of them.
All of them now know who will be running for them.
Yes, as a matter of fact, for
APC.
Yes, for APC is
the former the former managing director
Muniruddin, former MD of NIWA, Muniruddin Oyebamiji.
You must know the meaning.
Yes, Oyebamiji, because the governor in Ekiti is Oyebanji.
That's why I insisted. Put the I in there.
And we can simply call him Ambo.
Yes.
Call him Alhaji Nuruddin Bolanle Oyebamiji. So the short form is
Ambo.
Yeah,
that's also Asiwaju.
Yes, Asiwaju. So, and I think he used to be the finance commissioner to Oyetola.
2 governors.
Yeah, to 2 governors, for Aregbe and Oyetola. So that's the APC candidate. Now, PDP, there is a gentleman called Adebayo Adedamola. That's the candidate of the PDP. Actually, for PDP, it's a bit complex. The election held on December 2nd, there were supposed to be 2 aspirants vying to become candidate of PDP. Governor Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke.
Yes.
The dancing governor, of course, collected the nomination form for PDP. He was hesitating, thinking, trying to see whether PDP would be able to resolve its crisis. But by December 1st, on the eve of the election, he pulled out. He resigned from PDP. So, but PDP chairman responded by saying, "We are not aware of your resignation. You are a candidate for the primary slated for December 2nd. So he now officially wrote to the PDP, said, "This thing is not by force. I'm not doing it again." Only one candidate, that's the Adebayo Adedamola, went into the race. He scored 919 votes out of the available 1,000. I said some were void. So he emerged as the candidate
of the PDP.
Now, ADC, that's Aregbe's party, Action Democratic Congress. Nojim Fisayo Salam, they call him Iwaloye. He's a former speaker, 60-year-old, graduate of University of Ife. is the candidate of the ADC. Now, why ADC is important is the fact that Aregbesola, Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, wants to prove a point in Osun that he's a grassroots politician.
Yes.
And that he means business, and that he is going to give APC a run for their money. So that's why they picked this Najimbo. Then there's a clause for ADC in Osun, because a major supporter of ADC, recall, we need to give our people some of these backgrounds so that they can understand why Osun is going to be very interesting. In 2022, when Oyetola lost to Adeleke, the present governor, now there was a man, his name is Moshood Adeoti. They call him Shehu. He's from Iwo. Strong politician, I think he's about 70 now. He ran on the ticket of the ADP then, African Democratic Party. Those are the people who left with Aregbe. They left APC. So they went on the platform, he ran on the platform of ADP. He scored 59,000 votes. So the calculation then was that Adeleke defeated Oyetola by about 40,000 votes. Moshood Adeoti, they call him Shehu. If he had teamed up with Oyetola, probably Oyetola would have won. But then politics might not work that way. But then you can assume that those 59,000, or rather, let's sum it up to 60,000 votes, most of it will have been for APC. Maybe there could have been a tie, because it's always been 50-50 in Osun. It's always a very close election. Recall that Oyetola in 2018, defeated this same Adeleke with a margin of less than 10,000 votes. So Osun has always been like that. So that's why coming to 2026 now is going to be tighter. And the winner of Osun election will probably emerge with a maximum of 30% of the total votes, because there are 4 major parties now: APC, ADC, PDP, and Accord. But for Accord, there's a problem.
Okay, coming to Accord.
Yeah. Because Adeleke, I don't know if you can get, there's a clause in INEC now. If you look at the INEC electoral,
First of all, sir,
yeah,
sorry.
okay.
First of all, he has said that he is in Accord now.
Accordingly, yes.
Yes, accordingly, if you want to put it like that.
The new thing in Osun now
is accordingly.
It used to be PDP Imole, but now it is Accord accordingly for Adeleke. He likes dramatizing things.
Yes. So he says that he has won the ticket. But one needs to remember that Accord has been in existence and was going about its internal business, political business, but now Governor Adeleke shows up on the horizon. That's going to cause a lot of confusion, but apparently not necessarily so, because he has, quote unquote, snagged the ticket.
Yeah, since about a year ago, we've been hearing that Adeleke wanted to go to APC.
Yes.
And APC blocked him, so to say. They said, we don't need you to win an election. If you are strong enough, go and form another party or fly on another party.
It's interesting you say that, because I've heard the governor say that it's not about any party. It's me that people want.
Yes.
It's my name.
Yeah, that's it. That's very correct. He has that followership. But then there are some clauses some banana peels that the governor needs to wash. Now, one critical one is the fact that the INEC, the Electoral Act, amended 2022. If you go to page 372 on the Electoral Act 2022 as amended. There is this chapter, paragraph 35, under the subheading, invalidity of multiple nomination.
Okay.
So I'm reading it now from INEC, where a candidate allows himself or herself to be nominated by more than one political party in one constituency, his nomination shall be void.
Okay. In one constituency. Not in both. In one constituency.
Now, in this situation, for a governorship election, Osun State is one constituency. That's my interpretation. I might be wrong. The legal experts will have a lot of job to do in Osun, trying to explain this.
And the point you are making is that he's been nominated. Well, first of all, the most widespread, popularly seen nomination is with Accord. But
then he obtained the form of PDP.
You know that as a fact.
And he submitted.
Okay.
It was on the ballot on the day of the primary, but he did not show up. So there were two aspirants trying to become candidates on December 2nd, PDP primary. Adebayo Adedamola and Jackson Nuruddin Adeleke,
the incumbent governor.
INEC was present. Other stakeholders, police, DSS, recorded, but he was absent. Now,
INEC was present.
Yes, INEC was present.
I bring that up because when the whole Accord matter came up,
yes,
and another, apparently the following day,
yes,
the Accord now says it is holding another. It is holding another sort of convention. INEC felt a need to say that, look, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but we were at the convention where the governor Adeleke emerged
via consensus.
So it was there. Yeah. I say that because you've just said that INEC was also present.
Yeah.
At the PDP one.
Yeah, because PDP is a political party. Now, Accord is another political party. For Accord, PDP is claiming, Accord is claiming now that it is APC that is sponsoring a faction of Accord to invalidate or to put wood or to put sand in the gari of the governor.
That's an allegation that you happen to be aware of.
It's in the papers.
Okay.
It's in the news.
So this is APC
it's
at
APC
work.
Say they are pursuing Adeleke everywhere because they know that he has the capacity to win. He has the followership. But then, like I said, but INEC has cleared that. INEC issued a statement yesterday, said there is this young man, I think his name is, I can't really put my finger on his name now, who claimed to have emerged as a factional governorship candidate for Accord, but INEC said no. We don't know you.
We don't know you.
We only know Demola Nuruddin Jackson Adeleke as the validly nominated candidate of Accord Party. But like I said,
that technicality
of
having been nominated. So at one point owned by two parties.
Yes, and because you see, I think INEC is very crafty in that clause, because some of these politicians will tell you, I did not collect any form. Some people collected it on my behalf. I don't know anything about it. Like Emefiele said, some people know in 20...
in a different context.
Yes. No, it's Emefiele. Some people paid 100 million for him. He said he was not aware, nominating him as an aspirant under APC in the run-up to 2023. It was on the road. He said some Greek farmers that he has helped contributed 100 million. So a farmer now put 100 million. 100 million, no, not 100 naira.
No, 100 million.
100
instead
million.
of buying his seeds and all of that.
Yes, instead of buying their seeds, yes, they went to collect nomination form. It's not a big party under APC. For Emefiele, it's Governor CBN. And he went to court. Somebody that said he didn't know about it, that he said he was not interested, to note how funny politicians could be, or some technocrats in politician uniform. He went to court to tell the court that, come, tell these people, I can be governor and still be running. That they can run party pursuit. The court told him, said, no, you have to pick one. So that's just an aside. To let you know that politicians, they believe anything is just possible. And that is why, in the case of Osun, we need to monitor closely because the events are unfolding and it's going to be really, really interesting. So as we have now, the state of play, 4 political parties, all gunning for that's Okefia post. That's the governor's
yes.
lodge, the governor's office in Osun. So APC, PDP, ADC, and Accord.
Now the
accordingly.
Yes, accordingly. I guess you couldn't avoid that pun. Now, I think Oyebamiji has since visited the president, and no doubt, with the news and all of that, at least to go and show that. And the president is reported to have said that, the journey for the return of APC
to
Osun has begun.
Yeah.
So, Mr. President, as I said, he's sort of a step removed. He's the national leader. They still have their own, leader within the party.
Yeah.
But the president has shown some sort of support that it looks like we're on the right track. And the dynamics in there, the reason why ADC is important that you gave is because of Ogbeni Rauf Aregbesola, who wants to make a point.
A point, yeah.
What's your own, you've been watching these kind of things. Often you are actually at the venue yourself of these elections sometimes to see how it is going. What's your, what would be your sort of analysis of how this whole thing is going to go with these 4, let me call them giants for now. We'll be sorting out who the real giants are when we come. APC, PDP, Accord, and ADC.
Yeah. So breaking it down now, really, Uncle Yori. All the 4 parties, I think they are of equal strength, so to say.
Including ATC?
Including ADC, yeah. Don't joke with Aregbe's popularity in Osun. But the main gladiator that moves people for Aregbesola, I mean, like when you mention Asiwaju in Lagos, I mean, you have the mandate group, the justice forum, I mean, they say the votes that makes Asiwaju thick in Lagos is from Alimosho country. So in Osun, you can say Aregbesola, the person that should be called Aregbesola in Osun, quote unquote, it's Moshood Adeoti.
Okay.
Who is, they call him Shehu. Now, I heard that they went for primaries in ADC. He came second. That's Moshood Adeoti. Came second to Najim Salam, the former speaker. He didn't like that. He pulled out.
Okay.
So he resigned from ADC. And like a hot cake, he put himself in the market. Say, I've left ADC. Politicians, when they want to play the game, we know them. Instead of saying, I've left ADC, I'm now in this party. He said, I've left ADC. So he was waiting.
And left it hanging.
It left it hanging. So people are sending emissaries to him from PDP, APC. Then there was no accord. But suddenly, I think APC put him on, APC was discussing with him at a point. People thought he was going back to APC. But suddenly, immediately, Ademola Adeleke emerged as Accord party candidate. Smart guy. He just went
Hello, good morning.
Adeleke is House.
Okay, sorry about that. You returned to the point. Please hold it in mind where you got to.
Hello.
Good morning to you, sir. Thank you for calling in. Well, tell us your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, good morning. My name is Benga from Abuja.
Abuja. Okay. Benga, you're an observer of the polity. Go ahead, please.
Mr. Mojid, I'm feeling you here, and I appreciate your objectivity and depth analysis.
Thank you, sir.
You see, the issue of Osun, there have been many things that will happen. Number one, I want to appreciate the governor there, that he not defect to APC. They will have said he was forced, he was quacked. They have used APC to pursue him, to reshunt him. He had defected to even an unknown party, so to say, and had gotten the governorship ticket. They need to really play the politics there. Because another person now have come on and said, they have their own convention and they have another governorship nominee. You need to really know that those people just want something to be settled. That is politics for you. I need to take care of them as far as possible. They have not gone to court to challenge the nomination. They only say we have this. If they have gone to court, it's a different thing. So he should play the politics and get them out of the way and get them on his own side. Because a divided house will not really favor him in the re-election. And that would be a problem to him. But for the APC, I don't think APC really have interest in that election. Because if APC had that election, it is the former governor that is not a minister that will have contested and see how he can win and have a second term. But if you look and see there's an arrangement that, let him finish his tenure, I will now come back. Because the person that is there now, I don't really know him. I don't think he has all it takes to challenge and take power the seat from the present governor. That's my view. That the APC do not have anything, that we just put somebody there as a stakeholder, as some people fill the space. If not, the governor will have come back and say, look, I want to take it away back from you. That's my feeling.
Okay.
But all the people in the array now that want to really contest, I don't think anyone can take it away from the governor. He has the popularity, he has the position, he has the power. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Benga in Abuja, for calling in. What are your thoughts on Benga's analysis, especially that he doesn't really feel that APC is interested in the race, even as I was paraphrasing Mr. President, saying that the journey for returning into Osun politics has begun?
If I had not played politics before, I would share his opinion. And that's why a lot of people who don't understand politics, I've been present on election day and I've been a politician. I stopped being a politician in 2014. And so I know the way this game plays. I mean, for somebody who is observing, yes, he can have that opinion. But the man who is the other Accord candidate, so to say, his name is Clem Bangbola, who scored 1,732 votes, and Governor Ademola Adeleke. That's in the other this thing. They claimed he scored, or rather they allocated 241 votes to him. But INEC has disowned that, so I think we need to put it in perspective. So the other candidate, quote and unquote, for Accord in Osun is Clement Bamigbola. But Musa Lorede, INEC PRO, issued a statement yesterday, Sunday, that
they don't know anything about that.
It's just it's an academic exercise.
Okay. I'm sorry, another caller. Good morning. There's another caller. I think I lost you. I kept you waiting too long. So sorry about that. Do see if you can get back in, please, and we'll put you on immediately. We'll even interrupt ourselves mid-sentence. Try again. See if you can get back in.
So, I will disagree with him. Osun is a four-horse race. I understand Osun politics. Apart from the fact that they are my in-laws, my wife is from Osun. So, I have been following.
You've been interested
and taking
in
part
the goings-on, political goings-on.
Politics since 2010 when Aregbe became governor.
Okay.
So, I understand the game. And so, it will be foolhardy for anybody to think that ADC cannot spring a surprise.
Okay.
That's ADC, African Democratic Congress, cannot spring a surprise. That's Atiku's party, that's Aregbe's party. That will be the second election after Ekiti, a standalone election. And you know, the PDP has more chances in Ekiti than in Osun because people need to understand some of these things. As at the time PDP concluded its primaries in Ekiti, the man who won the candidacy of the PDP, his name is Wole Oluyede, his own form was signed by the two principal officers, the chairman and the secretary, that's Damagun and Anyau, recognized by INEC. So he didn't have the kind of problem Adeleke envisaged that made him jump out of PDP, because by the time he went to pick his own form, that's Adeleke, PDP had already divided into two factions. Wike held on to the secretary, recognized by INEC, while Seyi Makinde held on to the chairman, recognized by INEC. So now, INEC is like Siamese twins. INEC is holding the umbilical cord. Wike is holding the head. Seyi Makinde is holding another head. So
okay, Mr. George, calling in from Lagos here. Good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Yeri. Good morning to gentleman Mojid.
Good morning, sir.
Uncle Yeri, I think the opportunity has come for the APC to turn the tide in Osun, but it doesn't look as if they are taking it seriously. You see, the governor narrowly won that election that ousted the former governor. Now, what happened at that time that brought a kind of disunity among the APC? You know how Aregbesola and his group were not carried along, and then it led to a kind of split of strategy. That was why they lost that election. Now, this one again is, tilting towards the same direction. You see, the primary they conducted, somebody like Omishore, who is the real reason why they were able to win that first one in the first place. You know how tough that election was? It was because they were able to carry Omishore along, who brought Ife and all those, and that zone to the APC. So and now, see the way it was edged out without transparency. And,
okay.
And I do not see him genuinely supporting the one now that has been appointed. And that is what brings about the problems.
All right, Mr. George, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I would have wanted you to continue, but time is not our friend. And I'm happy that you brought up Senator Iola Omishore. What's the deal he got? In fact, people are saying that he's been used and dumped.
No, I don't think so. Omishore was on a program on TVC, I think last week.
That's right.
And he said he's going to support the decision of the president.
Because he's a party man.
Because he's a party man, that the president advised them to use a consensus option. And that was the same option APC adopted in Ekiti. It was consensus. So, but what I don't agree with is for you to disqualify some people and now say they should come for consensus. I think APC should look at that. It's not a tidy up.
Because that disqualification,
yes,
is something of a problem.
You can take them to the president, let the president talk, then they can withdraw on their own and support, not for you to disqualify them and now say they should come and do consensus. So they adopted consensus in Ekiti. It worked, but in Osun, I'm happy. Omishore is a very key factor, but I would disagree with the last speaker who said Omishore is yes, everybody is a major factor, but Omishore was there in 2022 when Oyetola lost to Adeleke. He ought to have, the people expected that the votes from Ife and the Ilesha axis would be enough to overturn whatever Adeleke was bringing from Ede, where it normally comes with about probably 40,000 margin. So, but that didn't happen in 2022. So, and he was secretary to the party then. So if it didn't happen in 2022, why are we sure that it will happen in 2026? So, Adeoti is going to be a key factor to, like I was saying before, the caller came in. Adeleke has gone to harvest Adeoti, while APC was still dilly-dallying, you know. So, and Adeoti is going to be a major factor in determining who emerges the governor in Osun, because it's like Buhari with his 12 million votes in the bag. And, I mean, it's already, it's almost always constant. So, going to the 2026 elections, a lot of events will still unfold, but at least now we know that it's a 4-horse race, and all the parties must do a lot of work.
You want Omishore on side, don't you?
Yeah, of course.
You want Omishore on side.
Yeah, you see, because the kind of...
I watched him on television,
yes.
and he didn't seem bitter, no. At all.
Omishore is a fantastic politician, and he has a lot of respect for the president. And politicians know that this is the first time we are having a real politician as president of the Federal Republic. And with a sitting politician as president who is going for an election, he will leave no stone unturned. And recall that Osun State is also his state, the president's state. Oyetola is very close to him. So they will want APC back.
Okay, indeed.
Not at all cost, though.
Well,
I mean, we don't expect...
Even though the president used the words, it's like the beginning of the return.
And you know, in the southwest, it's only Oyo and Osun that are not in the fold of the APC. Even all the states in the south-south, all the states in the south-south, you know, are in APC. So the president will want Osun in APC.
We're going to have to leave it here, simply because of time, because one could sit here and listen to your analysis of the situation and also take perspectives coming from home. But I want to thank you very much. Majid Jamil, Executive Director, Upshot Media, in our studio here. We always appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
And also, journalist hangout. You can't do without you as well.
Always my pleasure.
Thank you very much for coming on. So that's our program today. Do please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition. I am Yori Folari. Bye-bye for now.